In 1984, Mexican architect Miguel Quintana acquired 5 hectares of land in the heart of the Mayan jungle. Using the land's natural cenotes and underground rivers, Miguel was able to curate a theme park that showcases not only the natural wonders of the region, but also the incredibly diverse culture and traditions of Mexico. Today we're in Xcaret, which is the main park of the Xcaret family, which is essentially like the Disney World of Mexico, located here in the Riviera Maya, about 15 minutes from Playa del Carmen and an hour and a half from Cancun. If we can start this video off with the most important tip of the day, is to come with a plan, because the park is absolutely gigantic, and if you don't come with a plan, you're going to miss out on so much. When it comes to purchasing your tickets, you can either do the general admission or you can do Xcaret Plus. We'd highly recommend Xcaret Plus because that includes your buffet, snorkel equipment and lockers, which comes in handy because you're going to be here the entire day. Also, if you're able to book at least 7 days in advance online, you're going to get a discount, which, I mean, everyone loves discounts.
If there is a single reason for visiting Xcaret Park, would be for the night show, which is absolutely amazing. That's what it's called, México Espectacular. We're leaving this until the end of this video, so stick around till the end because it's something that you don't want to miss.
Alright, so we're officially in the park. The very first thing that we're going to go do is get into the river, because we've actually been to Xcaret once before. Giovanni brought me the very first time I came to Mexico, and the river gets really busy in the afternoon, so that's what we want to do first, and then we're going to probably head over to the snorkel spot, but first we're going to go head to our lockers to change.
Magic happens.
Alright, so lockers are included with Xcaret Plus, otherwise you can pay for them separately, but just keep in mind that they are relatively small. So you don't need to bring a lot of stuff here, but just keep in mind they're not big.
Cool.
Okay. Vámonos.
Zacuati.
Zacuati.
From this region.
That's so cool.
I think it's family from the raccoon.
Okay. Okay, so we just picked up our life jackets, and then you can actually take your bag with you into, well, not into the river, but you can drop it off and they put it in plastic bags and they send it along while you're going along the river. The phones are not protected.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. For the average person, 22 degrees is not that cold. However,
for us it's very cold.
It's very cold because we're so used to the Caribbean heat that right now it's kind of like winter.
Yeah.
Although it's not that cold for the average person that's not used to the Caribbean heat. For us it's chilly. Rio Azul, Blue River. Wow. Giovanni's gonna jump. Do it! Woohoo!
Go get it, girl. It is, yeah, I know.
Within the park there's actually 3 rivers that you can choose from, and then they all kind of go through the park and end up in the same spot. So you can do all 3 rivers, or you can just do one. Look how cool that is, you guys. Whoa. Wow, now we're underground. Hey, we're almost there. Just 92 meters to go till the end. Looks like we finally made it to the end.
You did it, girl.
I did it, girl. Yay. All of our stuff made it to the end of the river. Muchísimas gracias.
Ooh, that's cool.
Is it very cold?
Yeah.
Do it. Does it work? I think it's the sun.
Okay.
It really doesn't work. And here we have my least favorite animal of the region, an iguana. If you guys don't already know our dog Ted has unfortunately grabbed more than one of these and brought them into our house before and started to eat them.
I imagine the tail's still in your room, Simone. So congrats.
So that's why I really hate them. I think that they're absolutely nasty because I've had to clean them up.
Not here in Mexico.
Not here in Mexico.
Cool. Get it.
Yeah.
Good?
All good in the neighborhood? Let's get it, girl.
Yeah.
So as we said, Xcaret is all built around like the natural environment. So basically you've got like this natural inlet here that comes all the way from out there in the ocean. So this is where we're going to be snorkeling. Show us what's under the water. Muchas gracias.
Hola, ¿listo?
Sí, listo. So this should give you an idea of how massive the park is. It's huge. So basically right now we're over here where we just did snorkeling, and we're actually headed back to the beach because we missed the natural water pools, so we want to go swim in those. We're headed down to the natural water pools just along here. Nice. Very nice. These would be perfect for children, hey? Yeah, or even just like a mid-afternoon refresher.
And this is what we mean with like this place has been built in like the nature. This is obviously man-made, but the water source is from the ocean.
Yeah.
Nice, eh? Front row, front row.
Beach to ourselves, so actually I think I want a hammock rather. You want a hammock?
Yeah, why not? Oh, look at them, look. The waves.
We're done with our water activities for today, so we're going to make use of these hammocks. We're going to dry off a little bit, and then we're going to head for the lunch buffet, which starts at 11:30. It's not quite 11:30 yet, but we're hungry, so we're headed right there as they're open.
Having fun.
I love hammocks. I'm the hammock queen.
As soon as I came out from my mom, like my first sleep was on a hammock.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is so nice. I love hammocks. And hammocks are actually native to this region of Mexico. If you didn't know, now you know.
Caribbean as well.
Yeah, to the Caribbean. I just assumed, you know, because of media and how Mexico is shown, that everyone uses hammocks in Mexico, but that's actually not the case. They're specifically from this region of Mexico. Quickly before lunch, we just headed back to the lockers to pick up something, and something that we noticed, which is actually really useful, is all around the park you'll find these big maps, and they actually have different colored lines on the map showing you how to navigate the park, and that is directly correlated with these lines that you see running all down here.
Something important to mention, the Xcaret Plus includes the buffet. The buffet includes one alcoholic drink and all soft drinks you can drink, and all the buffet you can eat as well.
There are actually 5 different restaurants on property, and all of them are different. Like there's a Mexican restaurant and an international restaurant. This is a seafood restaurant. We probably usually would have gone with the Mexican restaurant because we're in Mexico, but to be honest, we just eat Mexican food all the time.
Good.
I was just saying to Giovanni, usually with buffets, you know, the food is kind of subpar usually, but the food here is of excellent quality. And when I said that, Giovanni was like, well, it's Xcaret, obviously it is. And that's true. Xcaret has got such a good name in terms of quality, service. Everything is always at the highest standard here. So at least you know when you're paying what you're paying, you're getting your money's worth. Because we are currently in the Yucatan Peninsula, that is where Mayans originated. So we are going to the Ruta Pueblo Maya. So basically all of this cultural stuff will be based around Mayan culture. And actually, very interestingly, Giovanni is of Mayan heritage. So
Yeah.
this resonates greatly with him. And for me, it's really special to see because, I mean, that's his heritage.
It makes me so happy because it's something that I'm really
Proud of
my culture. So it's nice to show it to my partner as well.
Yes.
Fiance.
Oh. Oh, we've got a classic Mayan house just over there.
Mayan person.
And we've got a classic Mayan person
Over here.
just over there. So this is typical Mayan stuff. So we've got pan,
Concha.
concha. We've got corn, which is obviously hugely representative of Mexico and this region.
And this is the corn grinder actually. Grind the corn kernels. And of course they make the tortillas here.
Tortillas are a staple.
A staple
They're like
from Mexico, but from this region that We get corn. It's easy to get corn.
If you don't want to spend like $5 on a bottle of water here, we'd recommend bringing your own bottle because they actually have filling stations all around the park.
This is the Aztec
This
calendar.
is the Aztec calendar. Wow, and this man is literally hand making it. And this is the Mayan calendar. The Aztec calendar is actually quite a lot more intricate.
Oh.
Escuela
Yeah,
Rural de Pueblo. Is that the kind of school you went to?
No, not really, but
Is it like back in the day?
yeah, we say, or in the small Mayan villages, you can have the type of structure that you can see here.
Ah, it looks like we found the free chocolate workshop down there.
Let's
I don't know
see.
if we've got space, but let's see. Ooh, chocolatey cafe.
We unfortunately missed the chocolate making workshop, so we will highly recommend checking the Xcaret app for the workshop schedule.
If your heart is about to sink, it's chocolate you should drink. This is kind of just like a setup of all of the basic things that you would use to make traditional chocolate here in Mexico, and all of like the traditional flatware and kitchen stuff they used to use. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, please give us a big thumbs up. It really helps us out. And if you're looking for content on Mexico, specifically from the perspective of a Mexican and a foreigner, please subscribe to our channel because this is what we're all about, sharing our life and travels in Mexico. Wax boulder. I think it is, eh?
Perhaps.
Very cool. So this is what a typical graveyard looks like in Mexico, right?
Yeah, pretty much in every single little town you will find one of these graveyards.
This is possibly the sweetest grave I've seen. The doggy is waiting for his owner. This one's made of shells. If I have one tip for the ladies, is last time I came here, I came in a bikini because I was like, oh, it's a water park. But it's not only a water park, it's also a theme park. So you're going to be doing a lot of walking around. So basically what I'm wearing today, I walk in the water and it's perfect for walking around the park as well.
Xcaret is the main park of the Xcaret family. Aside of this park, we have visited two water parks. One is Sciences, the other one is Explore. We have made videos out of those parks and you can check here or you can check in the description. Those parks were absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. And if I had to recommend something, I'd say do your research on the parks because like we said, the parks are so incredibly different from one another. So if you really don't know, I would say check out those videos we made as well as other people's videos because like we said, we haven't been to all of the Xcaret parks yet, but we will be visiting all of them in the coming months. Why do you go so quickly?
Someone got excited with the butterflies.
Yeah, to be honest, one place that I was like, we have to come to, which Giovanni wasn't so keen on, was the butterfly sanctuary because I love butterflies. And there's such a large variety of them in here. Only thing is, it's a bit difficult to capture them on camera because they move so fast, but they're beautiful. There's actually one that I saw, it's honestly like that big and bright blue. Absolutely stunning.
Like Dory from Finding Nemo,
yeah.
Finding Nemo, and
Yeah.
kind of the colors, not like the shape, but very cute. Someone is really in love with the butterflies.
I'm loving this. They're so beautiful. Wait. Oh my gosh. So like we keep saying, come to Xcaret with a plan, which we absolutely came with a plan. But the thing is the afternoon is almost over and we've missed quite a lot of things, to be honest. The good thing is if you buy your Xcaret pass, if you needed to come back a second day, you can get your second day pass for half price. And if you're really into this place, I would definitely recommend it because like we keep saying, there is just so much to do and so much to see that a day and a half or 2 days is kind of really what you need to experience the entire park.
Yeah.
An activity we really enjoyed was taking a leisurely float down Paradise River in a motorless barge. As the park is located within the Mayan jungle, you can expect to see some of the region's native animal life, like these magnificent macaws, and these fabulous flamingos, and the cutest little spider monkey, while enjoying the sounds and tranquility of the ride. We definitely recommend bringing a change of clothes because you're going to be in the park into the evening. So Giovanni and I've just changed real quickly because from about 4:30 you need to start getting ready to go and see your various shows. There's a lot of shows honestly available at this time and it's kind of impossible to see all of them, so we definitely recommend planning out which one you'd specifically like to see. So we've got a few in mind. We're going to try hit them all up, but first we want to go up the observation tower, which gives you like a bird's eye view of the park.
Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenidos. ¿Cuántos son? ¿Dos? Vamos a ubicar.
Pretty much the end of the day now and I'm feeling exhausted.
Super tired.
I think we, besides the half a kilometer swim that we did in the river first thing, I think we've walked about 15,000 kilometers. We've walked about 15,000 steps already today. I'm really getting excited for the show. It's my favorite part of the park, 100%. A ride up the observation tower will give you a glimpse of just how big the park is, as well as how well the surrounding Mayan jungle has been preserved. Alright, so we've got a few more minutes until we need to really start getting to see the shows, but we wanted to hop in here real quick. This is basically an hacienda, which is like an old school Mexican house. This is how the very wealthy people used to live back in the day. You'll still find a lot of haciendas all around Mexico and they typically are sold for very high prices. Now I see them listed all the time and they're sold for millions of dollars right now.
They were the houses of the Spaniards, people from France, like they were conquerors of the Mayan, of the Mexican territory.
The thing about haciendas is they typically all have like these center courtyards and then the houses are typically painted very bright colors like pink and orange and yellow and blue, so you really can't miss them. They're really beautiful and they're really typical of Mexico. Xcaret doesn't only focus on like the culture of this region, it focuses on the culture all across Mexico. So we've made it just in time to see the Equestrian Show, which is typically more like a thing from the north of Mexico. We've seen the guys practicing with their horses and I'm very excited to see this.
Nuevamente, muy buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. El sabor de nuestro México.
We are ready to begin our horse exhibition with all the joy and...
La bandera de México. Ya está preparado ahí Héctor Flores con su caballo cuarto de milla. Y arranca a toda velocidad y a rayar caballos, sí señor.
Descendants of the native Mayans are still found within the Yucatan Peninsula, Chiapas and bordering countries of Belize and Guatemala. These Mayan warriors represent an important part of the region's heritage. And the reason why you cannot miss this show because this is literally regarded the most incredible show in the entire country.
Basically, the show encapsulates the culture and the tradition of every single state in the entire country, which is what makes it so incredible and so special and so representative of Mexico as a whole. We've watched it once before and it had me in tears last time. It was absolutely phenomenal and this is my favorite part of the entire park. So you are actually allowed to bring snacks into the park. So if you want to save yourself a few bucks, bring your own snacks.
For the rest of Mexico Espectacular, we enjoy the familiar sound of the nation's most popular music styles such as mariachi, banda, and música regional.
Alright, so if you've never watched one of our videos before, our entire mission is to travel the whole of Mexico, and basically what we just saw in that show was representative of the cultures, the clothing, the music, the traditions
Everything.
of every state of Mexico, and it's just made me want to travel Mexico so much more. Like, why am I crying?
No.
And I have a true love for Mexico, and I'm so excited to see this country, and it's such a blessing to be able to do that with you.
Yeah, it's an amazing country, and this show it's more than what you can expect.
It's everything. The show is everything, guys. If you have a doubt in your mind about the price of Xcaret, is it really worth it? Yes, it is. It is, like 100% hands down. So we really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. It really helps us out. Subscribe to our channel, because just like we said, that's
We
what we're
have
doing.
a lot of things more to come for our YouTube channel to show what Mexico really is.
The true essence of Mexico. We're going to be visiting every single state, so if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to our channel. Again, big thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hasta luego. Good job.
We arrived in Mexico 6 months ago. I know that because my tourist visa will be expiring in about 3 days' time. Right now, in order to get a recurring tourist visa, it's actually become really difficult.